Hey everyone, SWE here, and welcome back to our next episode of the SWE Rising Universe mode. We are back with Tag Team Championship action here this evening, as O'Reilly and Bobby Fish make their first championship defense when they take on TM61. Not the best time for O'Reilly, 2 losses in successive episodes. Could this be free? But let's start this episode off with a bang as Tetsuya Naito takes on Jay White. Tetsuya Naito not had a lot of him so far in this universe, man, have we really? He's had one or two opportunities to get himself into championships, but not really had the luck he would have hoped. And this is a big chance for him to prove what he can do, because we are becoming closer now to Shabby Mania. Of course, episode 29 and 30 will be Shabby Mania, and we are now on episode 17. So only 12 episodes or so, or 11 episodes to work your way into at least the card or the championship picture. I'm sure Naito is someone who should be doing that. However, a loss here to Jay White would throw that into disarray, I suppose. And Jay White as well, he'll want to get himself involved. And I think there's some ways for Jay White to get involved. But again, the one thing he's not going to want here is a loss on his record. Because that's not going to help him. Not at all. So Tetsuya Naito then making his entrance. I'm looking forward to this actually. Pretty good card tonight. Like I say, we got the Jay White versus Naito match to start things off. Got O'Reilly and Fish versus TM61, the main event, like we said. And in the middle, squeezed right in the middle, is a pretty big match between Keith Lee and Jeff Cobb. Which I think is going to be pretty interesting as well. Two quite big, brutish men who, again, have not seen much light of day, have they, so far? And they've not really had a lot of chance to showcase what they can do. And it's just, I feel like, again, it's my own fault. I think I made this roster a bit too big from the offset, and then we've now added more people in as well, and that's just sort of made it more difficult for certain people to really get themselves the opportunities they so want. We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. I think it's all a learning curve. We keep learning every single time we do a universe mode, and we keep developing and developing and developing to hopefully get the best possible universe mode we can for you guys. And I feel like this one is probably going to go until, well, I've scheduled it out, and I think it goes until about a week before release of 2K19, which I think is quite a nice place to finish. Give me a little bit of a week's break to prepare and get everything sorted for the new game. And I feel like we're in a good position. We're going to do things a little bit differently this time. There is going to be some interesting stuff coming. I don't know, I don't want to say too much, but I don't think there will be a draft this year because of the way we've changed the universe mode, but there still will be some great content on the opening week of release to sort of wet your whistles for the upcoming year. Myself and a friend of mine are looking at some options that are possible to do this year. We should also see a comeback of FIFA as well. That comes out the week before WWE, so I'm hoping to do a little bit of FIFA to do a bit of fun with. That's the most watched video on my channel. That is, you know, is most is it the best players to buy on FIFA 18 career mode for League 2. It's got over 40,000 views, that video. So that was great. So October is going to be a very, very busy month. I mean, I'd sort of cut my schedule down quite a lot at the moment. I got down to doing just 2 videos a day, or 1 video a day in some days. October, it's up to 3 or 4 videos a day. So I hope you guys are ready to be absolutely bombarded with content, because it's coming for you in October. It definitely is. I don't know how I'm going to survive it, to be honest with you, but I'm sure I'll fight through. Naito now then with Jay White up on his shoulders. Drops him on the apron. I've lost my beer. There it is. And this fight does descend to the outside. And again, it's an interesting one. I've tried not to do too many outside interference in this one, because it does become a bit of a problem in the universe modes. You get a bit of outside interference and it doesn't make it as realistic when that does happen. I'm a little bit worried here about the possibility of a count-out victory. It looks like Naito might actually get a count-out victory here. Go on, Naito. Go to the outside. Jay White's back up his feet. Go on, Jay. Run. Run. No, he didn't. Oh, that's annoying. Well, I've always said that I won't re-record unless it's an obvious glitch, and Naito has been clever there to get himself a count-out victory. It's not pretty. It's not clever, and it's disappointing with a match on paper, to be honest with you, but that's the result that 2K18 has given us. Naito does get the win. Questionable. Don't get me wrong, very questionable in its nature, but it is a victory for Tetsuya Naito. He rubs his hands of this match now. He's won. He doesn't care how it happens. In the record books in the future, Tetsuya Naito will be known as the winner of this match, but Jay White could not be happy with that situation. Is he going to feel like he's been cheated out of it? He's lost. In fairness, the rules dictate that you have to be back in the ring within a 10 count, so it's a tricky one. So let's hope our second match is a little bit more interesting than that one. It is Keith Lee versus Jeff Cobb, which, well, should be an absolute cracker, let's face it. These two brutish fellows. Absolutely outstanding competitors, the pair of them. I'm looking forward to see what the two of them bring out of each other. And I say, I can't really moan at Tetsuya Naito. He did well. He won the match. He was quick and effective at getting that count-out victory. And like I've said, I won't ever re-record anything unless it's a complete botch or a glitch in the game, and Naito did well to get that count-out victory, I suppose. He played the system well. And here then comes Keith Lee. NXT's own Keith Lee now. I've not seen much of him. I've not really seen any NXT since TakeOver at WrestleMania. That's terrible. I did watch NXT TakeOver itself, the most recent one, but I've not seen anything of the actual NXT TV, which I really should be. And I think I'm going to try and sit down and watch it. There's just so much going on at the moment. I've recently got Netflix. I'm binging on that, and then I've got NXT I want to watch. I've got 205 Live I want to watch. I've got All In that happened last week that I really want to watch as well, if I can get around to doing that. And apparently it was a fantastic show. I don't know the results as yet. I've got an idea of what some of the results are going to be, but I really want to watch that as well. And it's just, there's so much stuff going on that I just haven't got the time to keep up with it all. It's crazy. I mean, I sat down a couple of days ago on Sunday and I had like nearly all day. So I had from 2 PM onwards on Sunday to do recording. And it was just crazy. It just, I watched the Grand Prix, I watched the Man United game, and before I realised it, time was done. So then Jeff Cobb. Another man that I would imagine would be in WWE not too far away. I have no reason why not. He's another fantastic competitor, pretty similar to Keith Lee in that way. A man who is incredibly agile as well as incredibly strong. And there you go, Keith Lee straight away with a dropkick showing that agility. Oh. And Cobb just drops. Nice suplex there by Jeff Cobb. He has incredible ability. So strong. Able to launch a man the size of Keith Lee around. Oh, and locking in that submission. But Keith Lee able to break free. He does have the strength. It's a real clash of the Titans, this one. They're two strong guys. As Keith Lee has twisting the head of Jeff Cobb. Cobb's back up, though. The only problem with Jeff Cobb, the reason why he might not have signed for WWE, is possibly because he has the contract, I believe, with... He has the contract with Lucha Underground, like Ricochet did before. Ricochet had the contract before where he was stuck in with Lucha Underground until the end of season 3 had been televised. And I think Jeff Cobb might have the same thing because he is Matanza Cueto, which shouldn't be a massive problem for him. So one of the things they do in in Mexico quite a lot is they keep the character and change the wrestler. So there's no reason why they couldn't just put somebody else under the mask. It'd be tricky because the style would be different though. The strength by Cobb, just dropping Keith Lee flat face first on the top turnbuckle, and then just brutalizing him. Cobb now bringing Keith Lee up. Oh, deadlifts him into a massive choke slam. The strength is incredible. I just don't know who's going to win this one. It's so even, isn't it? I dare say the winner of this one might get some more exposure. Again, it's tricky because they're both fantastic competitors, but they've not had a lot of opportunities so far. And as much as I want them to have more opportunities, I don't quite know if they're going to fit in the right way. I mean, the roster's looking pretty good at the moment, and we do have some great ability. I'm not quite sure if these two really... I don't know, I feel like they should be in the openweight division, but I've got quite a few people in the openweight division who are... Well, the openweight division is so competitive as it is. I don't know if they're going to get a lot of opportunity. Cobb now once again locking in that submission and rolling Lee over, and I think it's quite deceptive there. It looks like Lee's foot's underneath the bottom rope. I don't think it is, but Keith Lee is able to break free once again. The second time he's done this now. And the big elbows right in the face. Oh, look at that strength by Keith Lee now. He's showing his incredible strength. Dropping him face first across that top turnbuckle. Brings Cobb back up to his feet into the corner now. Lee going for now, sending him across the ring and pounces him. Oh, I love that move. Gotta love a good pounce. Doesn't go for the pin though. Looks to continue on. And that might have been a bad decision. He probably should have gone for the win when he could. But oh, he's got control back now over Jeff Cobb. Lee with Cobb. Oh! Into that sit-out last ride powerbomb into the pin now. It's not too close to the ropes. Referee starts the count, and no, Keith Lee does not get the win. I thought that was going to be it there, but evidently not. So Keith Lee needs to continue. What's he going for now? There's no way he's going to go for a springboard, surely. Oh my god, he's gone straight over the top with the crossbody. Gets on the back. Oh, German suplex into the turnbuckle. Lee taking Cobb down once again. Cobb fighting back though, catching Lee. But Lee just always seems to have the upper hand over Jeff Cobb. Springs him back into the ring from the ropes. Keith Lee up top. Big moonsaults. Big moonsaults. 1, 2. Oh, only 2. What is Keith Lee going to have to do here to keep Jeff Cobb down? Oh, maybe another sit-out last ride might be enough. It's got to be enough. He's bloody kicked out again. How on earth has he kicked out again? There's the pin by Jeff Cobb. Oh my god, I thought Jeff Cobb stole it then. I really thought Jeff Cobb had stole it. And he has. Oh my god. I cannot believe it. It was so one-sided for Keith Lee the whole way through the bloody match. And then he just turns up Jeff Cobb and picks up the victory. That's just crazy. And there's the handshake offered between the two. And wow, what an alliance this would be. But what a win that is for Jeff Cobb. He really took a beating and still came out on top. And here we go, the main event of the evening. Rising Tag Team Championships on the line. reDragon defending it against TM61. Now, TM61 defeated the Young Bucks a few episodes ago, which is why they've been given this opportunity. This is the first defense of the Tag Team Championships by reDragon. Although they have been involved in quite a lot of singles matches. We've seen Kyle O'Reilly most recently last episode against Daniel Bryan on the losing side, but it was a very close match. In fairness, it could have gone either way. We also saw Kyle O'Reilly in a losing effort in the Rising #1 contendership bout as well a couple of episodes ago, and that's one that a lot of people requested, that Kyle O'Reilly would be given that opportunity, and he was. Unfortunately for him, AJ Styles was able to get the pinfall over him. But it's been an interesting episode so far, and I'll tell you what, brand new Tag Team Champions would really end tonight's show with a bang. We've got some interesting stuff coming up for you, so it would be very interesting if we have brand new Tag Team Champions, and it maybe would free up the likes of O'Reilly and Fish to go more solo stuff. And we have got another match for O'Reilly actually next episode. Not next one, the episode after next. O'Reilly's in another singles match. I must admit, I'm obviously a fan of O'Reilly, aren't I? Let's face it. If I'm giving him this many opportunities, I'm obviously a massive fan of O'Reilly. I just see so many potential great matchups for him. And that's one of the problems we have with Fish and O'Reilly. They're such fantastic wrestlers that it's difficult because they are an amazing tag team. At the same time, they're both fantastic singles competitors that could be fighting for all the championships. It's one of those sort of ones, isn't it, where you get them stuck in the division. It's a bit like we did the Travis Banks and Jay White tag team, if they had won. Again, it's sort of, they're both fantastic singles competitors, and that's the same way we got here. I know potentially we could replace one of them with Roderick Strong. Maybe allow Kyle O'Reilly to do a bit of solo run and hand Roderick Strong the Tag Team Championship. I'm sure Carl won't be happy with that, to be honest with you. But that's just the amount of talent we have on this roster that we can have these two guys dominating this division. Well, I'm saying dominating this division. Let's give TM61 an opportunity here. Although stat-wise on paper this is a heavily one-sided match, but stranger things have happened on this game. It always does. So this is it, the Tag Team Championship. One of my favourite belts in SWE Rising, actually. I do like that. More luck than judgment, don't get me wrong. Your challengers then, Shane Thorne and Nick Miller. Shane Thorne on the left, I believe. Although I'm never quite sure, to be honest. Now, it was mentioned the previous episode, or the episode before previous, I can't remember now. It was mentioned a couple of days ago anyway, that the celebration didn't quite work for TM61 the last match. Now, it's a weird one, actually. I don't know why. Because I've not changed anything about them. I've literally... The stable was on the game to start with, so I'm not quite sure what's happened to... Yeah, what's happened to do that. Are they on 2K19? I don't remember seeing them, actually. They must be. The models are already on the game. There's no reason to take them off. They've already got the models. They might as well leave them on. And they've already got the moveset and the entrance, everything on there. Then I know we've got Heavy Machinery and the Street Profits and reDragon added. Surely they haven't taken them. I'll have to double check that, actually. I know we've not had the full roster reveal yet anyway, so there's still a chance we could get some more NXT, but I feel like we've got a pretty big NXT, like 23 people from the NXT roster. I don't remember off the top of my head completely, I suppose, so there might be... There must be, surely. There's no point in taking them off. I know they've not been on TV a lot in the last year because of injuries and so forth, but they have made a return. So why would you take them off? I don't know. I'm hoping they haven't. It's a bit like, what was it, Blake and Murphy that used to be on the game. But they were completely taken off TV. But now we've got... I dare say Buddy Murphy will be back on the game. As part of 205 Live, which we should be getting that roster revealed this week, I believe. Because I think what it was, there's 3 roster reveals, I think it was. I don't remember. I didn't read that much of it. It might only be 2, actually, because I've already been given like 70-odd people. So we had a roster reveal the other day, which was mostly Raw and NXT. And apparently the one this week has been mostly SmackDown and 205 Live. So 205 Live going to get a proper roster this year, hopefully. There's a lot of people missing from last year. The likes of Drew Gulak, and I think they really lacked. I know they said last year the biggest roster of all time, it was a great thing, but then when it came out, there were so many people on the actual shows that were missing. It was crazy. Drew Gulak is a massive one for me missing. I mean, I'd like to see Tony Nese as well. Mustafa Ali, I think, should definitely be on there. We've got Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne now, thankfully. Which is good. Although, in fairness, Pete Dunne looks fantastic, but Tyler Bate looks absolutely awful. It looks worse than the cause of him. It might be a case where I end up downloading a better Tyler Bate than the one that's on the game, and just utilising his moveset, and that might actually be a better off way of doing it, to be honest. So reDragon were taking a bit of control there till Nick Miller caught Bobby Fish with the jawbreaker. Fish fighting back with the right hand, though. Nice neck breaker, and now reDragon are back in control. Bobby Fish with a pin, only for a 1 count. It's a bit early to go for it now, I suppose, isn't it? So what I'm saying is, it's pretty one-sided on paper, this one, stats-wise, but to be honest, it was even more one-sided when TM61 defeated the Young Bucks. So we know they can do it. And at the moment, they're in control of the match, so no reason why they couldn't. There's a pin there broken up by Kyle O'Reilly. Nice, just launching O'Reilly into the middle of the ring now. Big elbow drop by Nick Miller, and Shane Thorne in control as well. I really hope I'm getting these right around. I'm pretty sure Shane Thorne's one with a ponytail. The man bun. Nice backbreaker there by Nick Miller. Shane Thorne back up on his feet, and catching Kyle O'Reilly from behind, but O'Reilly catches him back with the elbows. Massive clothesline. A nice submission locked in here. Indian deathlock by Nick Miller on Bobby Fish. Not quite enough to get the pinfall though. We'll get the pinfall. Get the submission victory, shall I say. Oh. Tell you what, Team 61 might do this, you know. Look. They're both going for their finisher. Sit out powerbomb. Sit out last ride. 1, 2. Oh. Fawn, Phoenix Splash. Gotta go for the pin, Fawn. Go for the pin. He does. Nick Miller's got Bobby Fish grounded. Oh my god, brand new tag team champions. Brand new tag team champions. TM61 have won gold. I tell you what, I never would have expected this. To be honest, I put them on the roster because they worked for Noah and I thought it suited the Japanese theme and I thought they might be good just to get some of the other bigger tag teams over. But they've had 2 matches in this universe mode. They've defeated the Young Bucks and now they've defeated reDragon. Deserved champions. Wow. Really is wow. Now, I'm not going to lie. I've not got a tag team championship match planned in now till Shabby Mania. Which means these 2 guys may have just booked themselves a match at Shabby Mania. There's a reason behind me not having a tag team championship match scheduled till then. But that is huge. Brand new tag team champions, TM61. I never would have expected when we spoke about this at the beginning of the year for TM61 to hold gold in our universe mode. But here they are. Nick Miller, Shane Thorne, your brand new tag team champions. Right, and on that bombshell, it's the end of the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. We will be back for our next episode, which is a massive... Oh my god, next episode. That is coming up for you on Thursday, and it will contain Walter versus Tomohiro Ishii, 1-on-1. Austin Aries versus Seth Rollins to become the United States Championship #1 contender. And then the main event will be Luke Harper taking on Samoa Joe for the Openweight Championship. That's all coming up for you this Thursday on SWE Rising. Don't miss out on that. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for our next episode of SWE Rising. Bye.